Welcome class 6 students to another mathematics lesson. Today we are going to revise whatever we have done up for the chapter data handling. The first thing that we did was bar graphs or column graphs. So we are going to revise that first and then we shall move on to the next part, that is pie charts. You will be receiving the lesson plans on a revision as you have probably received the video. How to draw the bar graphs? What is the requirement again? The first requirement is a set of tabulated data. That is the primary requirement for any bar graph or pie chart. Next, two perpendicular lines and third, the choice of a scale. Now what is the scale? In your graph papers where the divisions you have 2 millimeter or 1 centimeter divisions, that is where each small box, you will see there are fine divisions on your graph paper. In each small box stands for 2 millimeter or 1 centimeter of length. So therefore, for each division, if it is 2 millimeter, then 5 divisions of 2 millimeter will give rise to 1 centimeter, and 1 centimeter 5 boxes will give to 5 centimeter. So that is how, depending on the graph paper, we shall decide the scale. Now how to draw? Let us consider a set of tabulated data. Say the amount of rainfall received for 3 days. Say days and rainfall. We are considering 3 days, say Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Say on Monday it has received 70 millimeter, on Tuesday it has received 80 millimeter, on Wednesday it has received 60 millimeter of rainfall. Obviously the data will be in a tabulated format. The tabulated format of the data. We shall only consider the numbers. How shall we choose the scale? We shall choose the scale in such a way that starting from 0 till the maximum, in this case 80, is enclosed within our scale. So therefore we must take at least up to 90 for the scale. If this is the data, then now we shall draw the bar graph. How to draw the bar graph? Construct two perpendicular lines. Again, as I have told you, they are not technically lines, but they are rays. But here, for the sake of the sum, we are calling them lines and mark them as OX and OY, where OX is the x-axis with the non-numerical part. In this case, the days will be marked, and in OY or the y-axis, the rainfall will be marked. Let us consider a normal scale. Any scale of, say, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter of rainfall. So therefore, if this is a 2 millimeter graph, we will have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. This is an indefinite line, so it can go on as much as we want. But since our maximum is 80, we should keep it up to 80. The scale should always be written on the top right hand corner of the graph. Your graph should cover at least 3/4 of the net graph area. Now how to do the days, how to mark the days? All the gaps should be even. Mind it, if you consider 10 spaces from here, you start Monday, again go 10 spaces, end Monday and mark Monday. Again go 10 spaces and start Tuesday, again go 10 spaces, end Tuesday and write Tuesday. You go again 10 spaces, you start Wednesday, you again go 10 spaces and end Wednesday. You write Wednesday. So for Monday, there was 70 millimeter. So therefore, this bar will rise up to 70 using a scale. You may or may not shade it, preferably do not shade it. For Tuesday it was 60, so therefore this bar will rise up to 60. You can use a ruler or scale to mark the heads. For Wednesday it was the highest, which is 80. Even if there is any wrong data here, for example, from whatever the question I have given, it doesn't matter because our primary objective is to show you how to draw the bar graph. If shading, indeed you do shade, give some pencil marks, that's it, nothing else. This is what a bar graph should technically look like. The next thing that will come is pie chart. For pie chart, the same set of tabulated data will be used. So therefore, what is important in a pie chart? In a pie chart, what is important is sectorial angle. What is the sectorial angle? The sectorial angle is value of part by total value into 360 degree. This is the formula for sectorial angle. For example, here we need to calculate the total rainfall in all the 3 days, which will be equal to 70 plus 60 plus 80, which will be equal to 210 millimeter. Then for Monday, angle for Monday equal to 70 by 210 into 360 degrees obviously. Angle for Tuesday will be equal to 60 upon 210 into 360 degree, and similarly angle for Wednesday will be 80 by 210 into 360 degree. We will find out the respective angles. Last, how to construct the pie chart. After finding out the respective angles, we should draw a circle of desirable radius. Not very small, not very big. We shall select the center. We shall mark our radius. We shall place our protractor here and draw the first angle using a ruler. We shall draw the first angle. Mark this angle and name this sector whatever it corresponds to, for example Monday. Then we shall name the second sector as Tuesday. Obviously you have to mark the angle, and the third sector automatically becomes Wednesday. Since we are here in this particular sum, we are dealing with only 3 sectors. So this is how we do bar graphs and pie charts. Practice at home. There are examples in your books. We are providing examples to you in lesson plans. Thank you students. Stay safe at home. Practice mathematics. Thank you.